Sorry, I ain't got no money, I'm not trying to be funny, but I left it all at home today. You can call me what you wanna, I ain't giving you $1 this time, I ain't gonna run away. You might knock me down, you might knock me down.
Adverb of manner and degree. Step 1. We use an adverb of manner to describe how someone does something. The adverb modifies the verb. It tells us more about the verb. It answers the question, how? For the example, she answered politely. How did she answer? Politely. Remember, an adjective describes someone or something. It tells us more about a noun. It's a person, place, or thing. For the example, Ivana was polite. Polite tells us more about Ivana. Step 2. Form the adverb of manner. To form an adverb of manner, we normally add ly to adjective. For example, adjective polite, adverb politely. Step 3. Well, nearly, hard or hardly, and late or lately. Note, adjective is good, adverb well, not goodly. The example for nearly. The ground was nearly full. It's the same as almost full. The difference between the adverb hard and hardly and late and lately. For the example, hard. Ivana tried hard to concentrate. It's the same as she made a lot of effort. Hardly. She could hardly keep her eyes open. It's same as she could almost not keep her eyes open. Late. I don't want to arrive late. Late is the same as opposite of early. Lately. Australia has not been playing well lately. Lately in here same as recently.
Perkenalkan, nama saya Ralfael Hafizh Ferdiansyah. Step 4. Adjective and adverb of manner of degree with the same form. The words early, fast, late, high, low, right, wrong, free, hard, long can be used as adjective and adverb. Example: Matthew did want to leave the match early. This adverb. Ivana wants to catch an early train. Adjective. He wants to catch to watch it right to end exactly adverb. For him, it was not the right time to leave. Correct adjective. Ivana want to go straight home. Directly adverb. Ivana had long straight hair. Adjective. He had to think fast. Quickly adverb. Cricket is not a very fast game. Adjective. Cricket a hard game to understand. Adjective. Note that in informal English we often use the adjective form check, loud as adverb. Example: drink some water quickly. Don't talk so loud. I'm trying to watch the game loudly. Matthew got the ticket cheaply. Go slowly. Step 5. Position of adverb of manner of degree and sentence. Adverb. Verb between a verb and its object. We cannot say. Example: he could take hardly his eyes off the game. Of he picked up impatiently his jacket. 2. There are 3 normal possessions of adverb. Example: clearly he had to leave the match early. Might possession before the main verb or between an auxiliary verb and the main verb. He nearly changed his mind. I'll probably come again tomorrow. And possession after the main verb. At the end of the clause, Ivana looked the Matthew angrily. He picked up his jacket impatiently. 3. Adverb of manner normally go in might possession and at possession. He picked up his jacket impatiently and possession, or he impatiently picked up his jacket might possession. 3. Sentence adverb like fortunately, unfortunately, clearly, actually, perhaps, usually come in front possession. Fortunately, the match goes on for another 4 days, but the sentence adverb probably, certainly, definitely don't come in front possession. We usually put them in my possession. Will probably come again tomorrow. We put the adverb of degree nearly, almost, hardly in my possession. He could hardly take his eyes off the game. Thank you.
Adverbs of frequency, time and place. Step 1. Adverbs of frequency tell us how often something happens. The most common are always, usually, often, sometimes, rarely, hardly ever, never, etc. And its phrases are every year, every morning, every day, etc. Point 1. Adverbs of frequency normally come in middle position before a main verb, but they can also come in front or end position. For example, they always say hello, or occasionally we change our mind, or we forget to plan in advance sometimes. Point 2. Its phrases like every day, every year, every morning, etc. usually come in end position, but they can also come in front position. For example, we have fun every year, or every year we try to do something exciting together. Step 2. Adverbs of time tell us when an action happened. The most common are now, then, recently, once, nowadays, suddenly, finally, etc. Point 1. Adverbs of time and its phrases normally come in end position, but it can also come in front position. For example, nowadays, people expect companies to give to charity, or we will leave Surabaya next week. Point 2. Adverbs of definite time like yesterday, tomorrow, last week, etc. come in end position, but they can also come in front position. For example, I got some bad news yesterday, or yesterday I get some bad news. Point 3. Now, then, recently, and once can come in front, middle, or end position. For example, now we get emails, or we now get emails, or we get emails now. Step 3. Adverbs of place tell us where something happens. The most common are here, there, nearby, opposite, upstairs, etc. And its phrases are at home, on table, in Surabaya, etc. Point 1. Adverbs of place and its phrases normally go in end position, but they can also come in front position. For example, everyone gets paid enough to live well here, or there, some people struggle to find work.
Hi, I'm Maulida Zulfania. I'm going to explain you about adverb of degree. First, quiet, fairly, pretty. We use the word quiet, fairly, and pretty to change the string of an adjective or an adverb. Example, most of the country will be pretty cold. Adverb plus adjective. It's likely to rain quiet heavily. Adverb plus adverb. Pretty usually means the same as quiet, but it's more informal. Fairly isn't as strong as pretty or quiet. We often use quiet before an adjective plus noun. Example, it will be quite a dry day. But with fairly and pretty, the word order is different. Example, it will be a fairly wet day. Second, other use of quiet. Quiet can also completely or absurdly when we use it with some adjective. Example, the weather in the south will be quite different, completely different from the weather in the north. We can also use quiet but not pretty or fairly. Quiet sometimes means a little or moderately. Example, I must say I quite enjoy cold, clear day like today. Enjoy a little. It can also mean absolutely or completely. Example, winter hasn't quite finished yet. Hasn't completely finished. Not the expression quite a few. We can also say quite a lot of. The both mean a good number amount of. Example, with quite a few sunny periods. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Nama saya Kevin Rafi Diaz Sandio, NPM 1901-2010-291. Di sini saya akan menjelaskan tentang rather. Rather adalah kata keterangan yang menunjukkan tingkatan adverb of degree seperti fairly. Kata ini bisa digunakan dengan nouns, adverbs, adjective, dan superlatif. Rather sendiri memiliki arti agak atau cukup. Contohnya, he sings rather melodiously. Dia menyanyi dengan cukup indah. Contoh berikutnya, he is got a rather handsome face. Dia memiliki wajah yang agak tampan. Selanjutnya, saya akan menjelaskan tentang so and such. So dan such masuk ke dalam kelas kata adverb of degree, yaitu adverb yang berfungsi memberikan penekanan kualitas pada orang atau sesuatu. Penggunaan so dan such. So ditempatkan setelah adjektif, kata sifat, adverb, kata keterangan. Langsung saja kita menuju ke contohnya. Contohnya, Firza swim so beautifully. Di sini diikuti dengan kalimat adverb yaitu beautifully. Contoh berikutnya, we are so creative and active. Kreatif dan aktif di sini merupakan kata adjektif. Selanjutnya kita menuju penggunaan such. Such diikuti oleh singular noun atau plural noun. Rumus such plus singular noun atau plural noun. Contoh kalimat such, we watch such an interesting film. Di sini an interesting film merupakan kalimat singular noun. Sekian penjelasan dari saya, semoga bermanfaat. Terima kasih.
Adverbs of degree: a lot, a little, a bit, much, very much, so much, and as much. First, these words can be used on their own as adverbs. They tell us something more about the verb. For example, my brother helped me a little, or my friends like it very much. Second, those words can also be used before a comparative adjective or adverb. Example, I felt a lot stronger and very much happier. Or, she said that she was a bit worried yesterday. As an adverb, very much can be used in both positive or negative sentences. But we can only use much in negative sentences. For example, I don't see my friends much, or I don't see my friends very much. Or, I see my friends very much, but we cannot say that I see my friends much, because we cannot use much in negative sentences. We can use much in positive sentences only if we put adjective or adverb at the following. For example, I feel much better after taking the pills, or learning Dutch was much harder than I thought. The comparative forms, more, less, better, or worse, and the superlative forms, most, least, best, and worst. These words can be used on their own as adverb of degree. We usually put them after the main verb and its object. For example, nowadays I practice less, or I sing best at jazz music. We can also use the first adverbs and use much in positive sentences if we put the comparative form at the following. For example, I travel a lot more since March, or I draw more better than last year. The superlative forms can be used with adjective form the past participle of verbs. For example, Venice is the most visited city in the world, or Chanel is the best known clothing brand. Thank you.